We acknowledge the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians on the land on which we meet. We recognise their continuing connection to land, water, and community. We pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture, and the hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people across the nation. You walk through these mists at your own risk. They will lead you elsewhere into a realm of suffering. For beyond lies the domain of the vampire, Strahd von Zarovich. Even death will not release you from the torment that awaits you there. For nothing leaves Barovia, not even your eternal soul. Beyond the mists, churning clouds obscure the sky. But today, the darkness they bring seems a little less. The light of the day shines a little brighter, as if the sun is about to break through the endless expanse of grey. A raven speeds across the sky, circling the lonely mill. It caws twice, tilts its head and wheels away, while below, the creak of the mill's vanes echo through the tower. On the ground floor, the still, steaming entrails of a crabman lie cooling on the floor, forming a pattern. A pattern that spells out DPR, Curse of Strahd.
Hello and welcome back to DPR Does Curse of Strahd. This is episode 16. My name is Emil Freund, and until recently I played Giacomo Cloghart, purveyor of pies and other pastries, but no longer, as Giacomo has perished in the hands of the Dungeon Master, Greg. What game are you writing for us, Greg? I'm just mixing the introduction up this week. You go on next.
I mean, he's perished at the hands of his own, delight in fatty goods, really.
Gluttony.
And his own poor eating habits.
Do you mean crabby goods or?
He was a hungry boy. And it all came back like karma.
Yeah, like the blood clot coming to his heart.
Yeah.
Caused a massive coronary incident.
Pie is both close to his heart, figuratively and metaphorically.
Oh, yes.
I guess he had to pay the piper. Oh. I think that's a good point for a Patreon ad.
If you'd like to pay our piper, just jump on www.dicepaperroll.com/dice paper roll. I almost said dice piper roll. There you can gain access to our Discord. You can gain early access to our episodes, beautiful artwork of Jax from book one of our other show, and all kinds of other tasty, tasty goodies. Get on board, do it. Buy your own share of the DPR pie.
Get your slice of the pie, exactly. Patreon.com/dice paper roll.
As a disclaimer, you do not get to own a share of Dice Paper Roll.
Or get any pie.
Pie not included.
Some pie assembly required.
We should send out pie recipes to our Patreon subscribers.
Crab pie.
Yeah, crabby pies. Colonel Clogheart's own pie. Captain Clogheart's own crab-flavored pies.
I wonder if we could do a tie-in with the pie shop, your old boss, Emilio.
Oh, look, he's a businessman, so he knows a good idea when he sees it. And
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that, shall I?
Nothing says a good idea like a podcast.
Yep.
You have how many listeners? Yes.
Sign me up.
Good intro. Well, I'm Dan. I'm playing Hans von Such, the half-orc blood hunter, currently looking at the now still corpse of Captain Clogheart with a sword at his feet. Mysterious. Bing. That was his little bell.
Yep. Great. My name's Lauren. I'm playing Epomia Phosphine, but you can call me Mo. And she's a human rogue. I think she's currently also around the sword and has just witnessed the massive connery that Clogheart has had. She's also both been witness to and eaten a little bit of Curly, whose remains are downstairs. And I think there's some kiddies present, so keeping it clean, people. Keeping it clean.
Are you going to share it around with the kids or?
Ooh, they must be hungry.
Yeah,
It's a good point. Don't let good crab go to waste.
exactly.
You know, the kids these days, they've got a lot of allergies though, so I'm not sure if it'd be worth the risk.
It's a large amount of responsibility to take.
Yeah.
Who's got an EpiPen? Come on.
It's Barovia. The EpiPens are also cursed.
They're actually surprisingly well fed.
Oh,
children.
no.
The EpiPens.
Oh, that's
no.
right. Yeah.
Let's not read too much into that, shall we?
Yeah. Why would that? Well, why would that
Why
be?
were they doing that?
Pie would that be?
My name is Ben Clemens, and I am playing Ragyog, the Goblin Cleric of Lathander. And Ragyog probably feels guilty for getting a solid 8 hours sleep to then come and rescue his friends who
Successfully.
well, I mean, yeah, it's look, there'll be guilt. Let's just say that. It's I guess I can just pretend it's Catholicism.
There's always guilt.
Nothing like religious guilt.
I'm Jack, previously Curly, so currently in the bellies of the dead man. And, well, you know what happened. So we'll find out what I'm playing. Looking forward to it. Any ideas, guys?
A giant lobster man.
With you, it could be anything.
I'll send you some emails.
Okay, cheers.
And my name is Greg Pickering. I am the dungeon master for Curse of Strahd, as played out by Dice Paper Roll. So last episode, we lost Giacomo Clogheart to a massive coronary. He picked up the sword, and it seemed to his muscles bulged as he grasped it in his hand. He seemed to grow stronger and larger, and as those muscles rippled, it also moved the very high cholesterol levels through his body and ended up in a fatty clog in his aorta, which immediately burst his heart into 1,000 pieces in his chest, and he collapsed dead. What a shame. And you can look up the rules that I generated for aorta blockages in Dungeons & Dragons 5e on my blog on the Dice Paper Roll website, which I now have to create.
Is that actually true?
Absolutely not.
It's all right. You got a couple of months between the date of recording and the date of release, mate.
Please make that.
Yeah,
The link will just be a wizard did it.
Yeah.
We've always been good at sticking to those deadlines as well. So
Yeah, we've been good at sticking to deadlines and the rules, as everyone will know.
Do
Yeah.
blogs come about? Do
I'm a
blogs come about in
stickler.
any other way apart from announcing them publicly to try and seem like you, and then immediately
Yes,
regretting it
sorry.
afterwards?
Through any
Then
other
having-
method than shame.
Yeah.
If a blog gets written in the woods and there's no Facebook announcement,
Is
Blogs only
it still
exist to
self-absorbed?
retcon. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's always self-absorbed. Amazing. So you are in the top of the lonely mill, the creak of the veins outside, and there are two small children who sort of blinking, looking around the room. They're a little shocked, but as they are children of Barovia, they quickly adapt. You get used to death, and they've been considering they were sold by their parents due to their parents' addiction to the dream pastries. They're pretty tough little kids. So there's a little boy. My name's Freak. This is Myrtle. Yeah, I'm Myrtle. We're kids.
It's
Yeah, we're
Look,
kids.
are you two okay? You look very well fed.
Yeah, I am. I'm pretty well fed. Yeah.
Okay.
They keep giving us treats and lots of pastries. Made a pie for us.
What did you do with Granny?
Yeah. What did you do with the nice grannies who were looking after us? I mean, they kept us in cages, but in perspective with everything else that's happened, not too bad. Honestly.
At least I got fed. All of me other brothers died.
Yeah, they kept stabbing us with needles. That bit wasn't good.
Look, I hate to break it to you, children, but we stabbed them in the face, and they're dead. So
Yeah. it was me.
I mean-
I did a lot of that stabbing. I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest. You shouldn't talk down to children. I stabbed her in the face. I'm real sorry about that, but they were quite mean, actually. And you might agree with the needles and that.
I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
I mean,
acupuncture is a
whatever.
very good treatment for sore muscles. So that seems like they were quite good. I was also a part of the fight. I did lots of work on them as well. so much damage to them. If only you could see, children. It was such a sight. Oh.
You do seem quite menacing in your leather getup and your large hat.
so impressive.
The children knew he
Ooh.
was lying.
Where's this narrator coming from?
I hope you
get
don't
that
mind,
sort of-
children, but I've just got a little bit of mourning to do here. Oh, Giacomo, oh, you poor man. At least you died doing what you loved, which was screaming obscenities loudly and raving about pies. Ragyog has gone to their knees to try to do CPR, but realizes very quickly that Giacomo is gone. And as I'm doing the compressions on Giacomo's chest, I go, oh, what's this? It's something quite hard here. And I pull out Das Krabatal.
Oh, disappointing.
I feel like everyone else was hoping it might be something else.
A bit of crab meat comes out of his mouth as you compress on his body.
I
Looks like a
resist the urge
seafood
not
extender.
to eat it. It was so good. You have no
Even in
idea.
death, he's a
I
mama
pick up-
bird.
I pick up that bit of crab meat and I open Giacomo's still jaw and I just place the bit of crab meat under his tongue and go, I know that Curly wanted you to eat him all, so finish it, my friend. And I stroke his jugular just to get it to go down.
Place a hand on your shoulder as you're doing it and nod in agreement as to what you're doing.
What's the expression on Giacomo's face? Is he what's
It's a permanent grimace. He died with a grimace on his face, and you stroke his throat,
And not
to
in a
try and
Ronald
get him to
McDonald kind
swallow.
of way.
No, you stroke his throat. You look like a big purple butt plug. That's how you died.
Sounds like a twisted, like B grade horror movie. He died with a grimace on his face.
but also kind of a porn.
I'm loving it. So you. So you stroke his throat, but you realize that he's dead and not
not going
swallowing.
down.
So you just move his esophagus until you basically you move his esophagus with your fingers, basically creating peristalsis in his esophagus to move the crab meat down.
Oh, someone did anatomy.
May your final journey. May your final journey be a peaceful one.
Are you speaking to Curly or Giacomo?
No, Curly.
We've all forgotten about Curly.
So, any of you gonna? I see you take that book. You want the sword? I'll take that.
I don't think that's for you, children.
Oh.
You can take
or
the book
Freak
if you like.
reaches in to grasp the sword. Is anyone going to?
Hans
Oh.
rushes in and places a hand to Frick's.
Freak.
Freak's face and just like shoves him aside. And no, don't touch it. The Captain Cloghart, he touched it and then he suddenly died. I don't know if these two incidences there's a coincidence going on here. Wow, words are working for me.
It looks so fancy.
It does. And Hans looks closer at the pommel of the sword, looking at the green jewel and seeing the within the jewel smoke that forms a face inside it. And he looks in closer to it and picks it
He does.
up.
You're not gonna.
So you see the jewel and like you say, inside a smoky swirl moves about. The light dances in the jewel, and as you look into it, your hand is drawn to the hilt, and you grasp the hilt of the blade. And as you do, you feel power rush up your arm and into your body. You feel stronger as you
Oh,
lift it up. You feel filled with strength and confidence.
oh my gosh. This sword is
You li-
amazing.
Hans,
You
what's
lift it
going
up.
on?
And the blade, so it's just a hilt. And as you lift it up, immediately a flaming blade leaps out.
There's
Holy
a copyright issue.
shit!
Whoa.
I immediately drop the sword at the same time in shock.
Can you make a wisdom save for me?
Oh, I'm good at this wouldn't be connected to what happened to old mate, would it? Oh, good. I've got a +0 to wisdom saves. This is gonna work out well. Oh, that is 3.
You go to drop the hilt, but instead you spin it around a finger and it lands back in your hand.
Oh, what? Okay. I look at the. I just tried to drop this.
Did you just try to drop it?
I
That
dropped
is
it.
definitely a sword on fire, right?
Right. I try and
Stand back, children. I'm just going to like shuffle
Throw
them
it.
back to the edge of the thing and just watch what Hans is doing.
cool.
It's pretty cool, I will admit. Hans, are you alright?
No, this is not cool. I don't want to hold it. I try and throw it against
Drop
the
it
wall,
again. Just
away
drop
from
it.
the children.
You go to throw it, but as you move your hand, you don't let go of it. And the flaming blade leaps out of the sword. And it's in your hand. As much as you try to throw it away, you just can't let it go. So you know you want to get rid of it, but you just can't do it. You can't physically let go of it.
What are you doing, Hans? Stop waving that thing around. There's children in here. God damn it.
I can't help it.
Alright, I know that it's not intentional right now, Hans, but that looks wicked. Real wicked. It's so amazing. Maybe just do a couple of twirls. I know you don't want to, but please, for the kiddies, and me. As
Yeah, go
Okay.
on, give us a look.
I think I can do that. And Hans starts to twirl the sword at his side and then starts
Sick.
crisscrossing it over in front
sick.
of him.
Oh.
Spins it over the top of his head.
Oh,
and
I
it
wish we
just
had
continues
TikTok
to
right now
spin.
because this would
And-
go viral.
And it's like he's one of the fire twirlers at a rave. He's just like, and it's like,
And here's me, and I forgot my poi. I am an idiot.
The flame dances around you, and you spin this blade better than you've ever spun any weapon before. You feel skill fill your body, and the flames
Finally!
leap around you. It flashes until your vision is just filled with the flame circling around you, and then you hear a voice in your mind.
Well, don't we make a good team?
what? Who said that?
Oh, it's me. Sonny Bono.
Bono?
Sonny Bono. After Cher left me, well, I got so mad that I went down a really, really dark path. Met some horrible people. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details, but basically
No,
lost my
it's-
body in a gambling game of dice and became a sword.
So, this sounds like you have a very rich backstory. I can't wait to hear how all of this transpired. But wait, Joris, I'm speaking to the sword.
You say that as you stand holding the sword in front of you. Everyone else is just watching you. You're just holding the sword, which is flickering flames, and you're just talking to it.
They're starting to look at you weird, bud. Just tell them it's all good.
Are you talking to the sword? Did you just say, am I talking to a sword? Did you say Bono? What is in-
it was the flames. The flames started flickering in front of me, and the power, I don't know. I just started thinking of Sonny and Cher. It was a weird moment. I don't know why Cher popped into my head. It's just, maybe it's the the leather that I'm wearing. I don't know, but we could make a great team. Yes. Anyway, this is odd. I can't hold this. I can't let go of it. I mean,
What do you mean you can't let go of it? Open your hand.
No, I think I'm good. I think it's good.
Yeah, it's too precious. You don't want to let go of it.
Yeah, no, I'm really, really digging it. I mean, it's like this light, like, and it's a sword, so it's like a saber, isn't it? It's great.
If you tickle my gemstone, the fire goes away.
Oh, look,
Where's the bell? Where's the bell?
Is that what Cher used to say to him? Yeah.
ding ling ling. And Hans just gripping the hilt of the sword. Is it the hilt? What's the handle? Is that
Yeah, the hilt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gripping that very tightly. And then the pummel sticking out the bottom, his fingers just stroke it in like a
Aunts,
pinching
please.
kind of motion.
Children present. All right, children. What are you doing?
And
Tickling that sword.
as you gently caress the
Yeah, that's
gemstone
right.
at the bottom,
The old pinch and twist.
the sword.
Ragyog
The-
pulls open Das Krabbatal and goes up to Freak, and Myrtle goes,
You don't need to watch this, children. Here, look at this lovely colouring in book I found on my dead friend that ate my other dead friend. What's the proletariat?
As you stroke
Well,
the gemstone,
The prawnetariat, right?
Oh, nice.
Nice,
The
yeah.
blade retracts into the hilt.
Bye-bye.
This is the most amazing sword I've ever seen. have I any knowledge of this sword? I am going to do an Arcana check. I get advantage if it's to recall information about Fey, fiends, or undead, but I'm assuming that doesn't pertain to this.
No advantage this
No
time.
advantage. 20!
Oh, no.
Tell me all about my brand new sword. I've heard of this before.
Okay, so you have heard of
Sonny
intelligent
and Cher.
items, and you know that intelligent weapons or magical items are among the most powerful items that you can gather. But there are many thousands of them. You don't know about this item in particular,
Right.
but you do know that magic weapons that are where the wielder is killed in some great heroic act or some horrible injustice can sometimes the soul of the user can be bound to the item. So you would suspect that is the cause in this case, that the user has died in some way, either heroically or in some great injustice to bind them to the
I
weapon.
can't wait to hear this backstory.
Well, what do you have to do to get the flame back and to tickle his gems again?
Yeah,
Ask him.
you have to cup it.
Blowing it.
Cup and blow.
Oh,
Hans Cupson.
well, it looks like the old lady with the cards was right all along.
This is
Friends?
a great
Yeah.
treasure.
What did she say again? The
Well,
lady.
she said there'd be a great treasure, a sword of sunlight at the Lonely Mill. So I place much greater stock in the other locations that she told us about.
I think I do too. Yeah.
If only Giacomo was here with his photographic memory to tell us all about them.
And emotion overcomes Ragyog at his failure to be able to bring back his friend. And
Curly glistens in the morning light, invitingly.
From downstairs, you could smell the crab meat.
Yeah.
The
It's
stink.
it's still sizzling away underneath over the hot pot.
Cooking crab meat.
What do you say, my friends? I think we should depart this place. Take the children. Give Giacomo a proper burial.
Yeah, you could take us, you could take us. I don't really want to go home because my parents sold me for drugs.
Yeah, they sound like dicks.
Yeah.
Maybe we could entrust them with Irina and take them to Valakai?
Who's Irina?
Irina?
Oh,
Me, I'm Irina. Hello.
Oh, God, I didn't see you there.
You're the proper Irina.
Yes.
You're Lady Irina.
That's true. I am.
Oh, you're the Burgomaster's daughter.
That's correct. Also true.
You once gave me a Barovian penny.
Just the one.
Do you remember?
Sounds like him. Yeah.
It was the most money I ever had, and I spent
In that case,
it.
thank you. You're welcome. That was generous.
Will you be my mum?
I'll take cool aunt.
Will you be my cool aunt that has custody of me?
will you also be
Look, if it's convenient for all
binding legal
involved,
sense.
then sure. Hello, darlings. It's good to see you on your birthdays and some other occasions.
Yay! And they run up and hug you.
Oh,
Irina.
okay. This isn't so bad, I guess.
They knock out one of your pods in your ear, knocking out the podcast.
Freak, pick that up. There's a good lad.
Sorry, Auntie Irina.
Look, you got
This is your
yourself some
fight.
more servants. Fantastic.
Speaking of servants,
Everyone's a winner.
where are those staff members of Cloghearts? I'm surely they could pick him up and carry him to the next town.
When you
Look,
turn
first,
around,
to
they're
be
already
fair-
putting him inside a body bag. A branded
So you
body
spoke too soon, mate.
Oh,
They're all over
They're
it like
also-
a bad rash. Sorry.
They're also
Selfish
cleaning up.
joke. Sorry.
the body bag looks like a pasty.
Yeah.
How do you know?
They're also
Amazing.
disposing of any evidence that he was ever there. It's just they're clean. They're scrubbing it. Of any
The
evidence
hazmat
of
suits are
Jack
coming in.
All right. Well,
Like
clearly
that scene in ET.
they're going to start shoving us out of the area.
Yeah.
Where are you going to take us, Irina?
To be fair, I still am on my own personal journey that we have had a little bit of interruption over. So I do believe that we're all still going to Valakai. Is that right, mates? I mean, there's
Yes.
less of you now, and to be fair, the protection element has kind of waned somewhat. But it's not far from here, and I think we would all appreciate to leave this terrible place.
On the word Valakai, the hilt gets hot in your hand.
Yes. You think that the protection's lessened? Well, say that to Sonny.
You cup.
You gave it a
and blow.
name?
Cup and yeah. Well, look, it's sunny. Look at the light. It's so sunny. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I
the-
think
the
that's a
blade-
good name.
Yeah, the blade leaps out of the
Oh,
hilt,
oh,
and the
jeez.
flaming
Sorry.
blade stands proud and tall.
It actually does look kind of impressive, Hards, I have to say.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It
Sunny, you
illuminates
say?
the room as well with sunlight, like bright sunlight. Sunlight is lighter than the light outside in Barovia in the middle of the day. It's proper, real sunlight. It's almost, you get an after image in your eyes. It's very bright.
Does it also transmit vitamin E or D?
Yes. Yeah. You
Mo
immediately
takes the goggles that were decorative on the top of her bowler hat with little cat ears and just pops them over her face.
Sunny emits the big vitamin D energy.
I just got a shot of something that I am pretty happy with.
Ragyog basks in the vitamin D. Oh, I haven't had the morning lord's light on my face like this for far too long. This is a mighty weapon you have in your hands there, Hans.
Okay, you're making this weird, and I
There's
stroke the
there's the
gem.
man in the leather belts. Come on.
I pinch and twist, and the blade retracts.
See, bud.
Irene here again. So Valakai, we're going to Valakai. Shall we go to Valakai?
Every time the
Valakai.
hilt gets hot again.
Valakai?
You get the sense.
Valakai.
You get the sense, Such, that he really wants to go to Valakai.
Right. Yes, we must go to Valakai. We have to take care of these children, and of course, Irina.
The plan has never changed. Isn't that right, Mo?
It never what? Oh, takes the goggles off. Sorry, I couldn't hear you properly.
I said the plan has never changed. Isn't that right?
It has not changed at all the entire time. In fact, I feel like we've been trying to do something this whole time. Don't know what.
16 hours or something.
Something like that. It's been a long road.
As I'm hustling everybody out of the lonely mill, I grab a match and strike it on the door.
Wait.
and go,
Wait. We need some rations for the travel, so I'm just going to scoop up some of
Oh, quickly. I've only got one of these, man.
I know.
We've got
okay.
a sword that's
burning.
pure fire.
Curly in the back.
Yeah, Curly's been cooking for so long. There's crab jerky hanging over the fire.
It'll last for a while. That's great. Okay, I'm good. I've got some jerky now.
I think it's actually technically crusturkey, but you know. Anyway.
Ragyog ignores the saliva running down his throat as he tosses the match over his shoulder into the remaining ichor on the floor, which engulfs the lonely mill as we walk away. The flaming windmill in the mill,
Yeah, windmill.
flaming
yeah.
in the background.
Yeah, the windmill goes up
Don't
in
look at it.
flame.
Otherwise, you're a loser.
Yeah, nobody looks back as you walk away, and the mill inexplicably explodes behind you
Yeah.
in a shower of flame.
Scalps start just dropping all around us.
Yeah,
Watch your feet,
flaming
children.
scalps.
Watch your feet.
The pitter patter of flaming scalps as they plop and splat all around you.
One lands directly on on Hans's head, and he's just got a flaming mohawk for a moment.
What's www.dicepaperroll.com?
It's a witch.
Dot. No, never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, the explosion rips the blades of the mill off, and one flies over and stabs into the ground in front of you, and just sits there wobbling as you walk past up
All right.
the hill.
Maybe a bit,
Starting to
keep
think
up
we
the
should
pace,
look at
mate.
it.
Just everyone, run, just a light jog, please. Now's the time. Whew. Everything can kill you here. Everything can kill you, even your own successes. Let's go.
I forgot. Okay.
Oh, all right there. Come on, kids. Come on. You probably haven't had to run in a very long time.
Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate.
Don't make me run. I'm full of crap, man.
All right, I'm gonna just scoop up Freak and pop him on my shoulders in one of those, like you'd put a kid on your shoulders type thing, and just running. But then, and I'm like, or just put your hands up over your head and protect us from the scalps, mate. There you go. That's a good boy. Good boy.
Okay, so
Hans
you run up,
grabs Myrtle by the arm and just drags her along.
just drags her along. Amazing.
This may dislocate, but we have a healer, so it's okay.
I'm not sure about the ethics behind that.
In a display of real paternal instinct, you drag the child along by its arm. You all head up the hill, and the flaming mill behind you is a pyre for your fallen friends. And as you head up the hill,
I don't get it.
bye.
Okay, yeah, good one.
You head up the hill, and the valley's laid out beneath you. You can see the Castle Ravenloft off to the east, and the town of Valakai to the northwest, which sits next to the huge Lake Zarovich. So sitting at the foot of a mountain nestled in the misty forest is a large lake, and the water is perfectly still and dark, and it reflects the black clouds overhead like some kind of monstrous mirror. And it sits amongst the dark and twisted forest that sits menacingly on the side. It looms over the path that leads down towards the town of Valakai, and you can see the town of Valakai further in, and you can see the road meanders into a valley which is watched over by a dark and brooding mountains to the north. The woods ahead, like the woods are thick on either side of the road, and you can see the road meanders down past the lake and towards the town of Valakai, which is sat on a berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. And you can see the
sat
dirt
on a
road.
berg?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
What's a palisade?
So like so it's on like
Welcome to medieval architecture with Greg Pickering.
yeah, medieval. Yeah. Do you know what? You guys know a Mott and Bailey setup, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a man-made hill
Hill
of dirt,
fortification.
Yeah. So it's a hill where they've piled up dirt to build the town on top, and then there's a wooden wall that rings it.
Wow, check out a pile of dirt with a town on top of it. Whoa.
They should have a word for that, really.
Such a good wood fence. So good.
Wood fence. God, that's a technical sounding word, if I do say so.
It's called a palisade.
Oh,
Shut up.
Oh, did you read that in the book I gave you to read?
I don't need to be educated by a child.
All right, Hans.
His name's Freak, so go crazy.
I don't think I will.
Well, let's get on down there, shall we? I mean, is this where you're from originally, children? Or?
No, we're from Barovia.
Oh,
Don't you
okay.
remember Lady Irina?
yes, I do remember. You got the penny. Mm.
Yeah, where we lived there. My dad was a farmer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Produced corn for your table.
Oh, how could you forget a farmer?
It was
So
very
distinct.
good corn.
Yeah, how could you forget my dad? The most memorable NPC ever.
He was very rememberable.
As you head down the woods press on either side, and it's a long journey down towards the town, and as you're heading down, you come close to the edge of the lake, and the dark shimmering lake sits perfectly still. It reaches out, and it reflects the mountains on the north of the lake, so that the lake lies to your north, and beyond that these huge snow-capped steep mountains stand, and they reflect perfectly off the still surface of the lake.
Oh, that is a sight to behold.
It is beautiful.
If only Curly were here, he would have liked to see this inland sea.
Some real nice water. He would have gotten a lot out of that.
He would have.
At the bank near the road where you are, there are 3 small rowboats that are tied up, and further out in the lake you can see a 4th boat, which is you can see a lone figure sitting in the boat fishing.
I wave.
They don't wave back.
Hello?
Rude.
My voice echoes across the water. Hello?
Hello?
Have you
Hello?
have you caught anything yet? Yet?
The figure in the boat doesn't move, but your voice echoes out across the lake, and it seems to reflect off the mountains and bounce, and the echo seems to, instead of dissipating, build up sound and strength as it echoes around and across the lake and bounces, and suddenly the surface of the lake begins to ripple and foam
What?
near
I
you,
know.
and the boats tied to the shore begin to target their ropes, and the surface becomes uneven and bubbles, and you can see what looks like blood begin to fill the water as this foaming geyser of water
Ragyog
approaches the shore.
falls back on their ass and scrabbles backwards, getting mud all through like his fingers, screaming and crying and clutching his holy symbol, going, "Oh, morning, Lord! Oh, morning, Lord! God, please don't let me die like this! Please don't let me die like this! I never told anyone before, but I'm scared of the water. I'm scared."
Suddenly, there from the shore, a figure bursts out of the water, but not in a horrible, monstrous way, but more in like
I still scream.
more like, yeah, definitely, but more like a Baywatch kind of way. So like someone like bursts out, and like long hair flowing
that
behind it. They flick
big
the hair
hair
out,
whip,
and
yeah.
big hair flick,
Shampoo ads.
fountain, yeah. And the figure
glistening,
wades out of the
no doubt.
water, absolutely glistening and clutching braces of fish in either hand. What does the figure look like?
So the figure is apparently wearing like a heavy plate armor, like all over their body, and carries a diving bell suit helmet as well. And as she gets onto the shore, lifts the helmet and plonks it back over her head and clicks it into place, and noticing the figures ahead of her, she pulls open the visor in the front, and water spills out. And on her chest, you can see a hammer and a sickle, just sort of emblazoned, but also actually a hammer and sickle. So on her front,
Detachable.
yeah.
How
Yeah,
tall
on the
is
chest
she?
piece of it.
What
do we
kind
see
of what is it, a human
It
or
looks,
Yeah,
when you look inside
humanoid,
the porthole of the face thing. That,
folk.
What you see is like a very, very attractive fish woman, like
Oh my God!
Like
you are the
eyes
most
kind of-
attractive fishwoman I have ever
that is a
seen.
beauty.
very,
Damn.
very bulging eyes, kind of like a fish, and
Gills to die for.
scaly,
Really bulging eye.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, like quite bulging.
Big eyes.
Double D eyes.
Her hair, yes, her,
Perky set of eyes.
yes.
Perky pupils, yeah.
Her hair is kind of like kelp. It's quite stringy, but it's also very similar to seaweed. So very attractive to other fish, but maybe not so much to humans.
That's all right, my lady. I'm a goblin.
Yeah,
What color is
scales
the-
they got?
Or the plate armor.
Oh, the plate armor is it's red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very nice.
Maybe
Custom.
we'll see. We'll see when I get around to the art.
Okay.
Oh, there's art coming.
So she's a triton, right? So
Yes,
like a fishy humanoid woman.
Yes.
But yeah, incredibly beautiful and striking. What color is her scales?
Blue and but like sort of opalescent as well. So it's you know, in the way that like fish scales kind of pick the light as they shimmer in the sun, and sort of like the Rainbow Fish book, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
It's very unusual.
She emerges from the water, and the water's like streaming off her plate mail armor, which is exquisitely made and looks like overlapping fish scales that fits seamlessly to her body, and the hammer and sickle crosses on her chest, and you can see a large shield as well as strapped to her back as she steps out with a large brace of fish. And as she does, the sun begins to set, and even through the clouds, it reflects off the lake, and it sort of refracts through the water that's still dripping off her, and there's almost like a bit of a rainbow around her as she emerges from the water.
Wow, you sure know how to make it a very impressive entrance, you there. I mean, surely someone would have to make some art out of that somewhere.
It is pretty as a
Surely.
picture.
Yes.
She looks like an angel fish.
Well,
If only it didn't take us 1,000 words to describe her.
I think it just might. Or just did, actually. What's your name?
All right, mate.
Oh, hello. My name is Louise.
She obviously has a French accent like everyone in the sea
Yes.
except
you're-
around Spain.
Yes. That's right.
It's canon.
Yeah. I am
Louise.
pleased to meet you. I am new to these lands, and I have all these fish. Would you like to share? I am sure you look hungry. We could build a fire and cook these fish and be one together and build the new realm for people of all working life.
Hans holds the hilt up to his face.
Just went from
Yes.
fish dinner to build a new civilization in 2 sentences. That's direct communism, Jack. Well done.
Sonny,
Direct action.
This is praxis, baby.
tell
That
me,
is right.
should I trust this? Should I trust her? Sonny, tell
Who are you
me.
talking to, Hans?
What? Should
Hans,
I
you
trust
whispering to the hilt.
Don't,
on your hand.
don't mind our friend there,
her? Can
Louise.
you hear me? Hello? Hello, Sonny. Come
We-
in, Sonny. Hello.
You hold the hilt
Oi.
up to your ear.
The hilt feels
Sonny,
like a
should
hilt.
we trust her? Should we? I'm also leaning in as well because it seems like a good idea. I'm quite wary.
Seems too good to be true. I'm not getting. I'm not doing anything. I'm just thinking
There's a
aloud.
cold metal hilt in your hand. It does nothing. But you do look weird in front of your new friend.
Well, I haven't said that we're friends yet.
What do you call that? That is where is the rest of the sword?
Oh, it comes and goes. It just shows up every now and then. When it feels like it, apparently, it seems a bit odd. So What brings you to the neighborhood?
Fish.
You seem very kind. Very different to the rest of people of Barovia.
I'm a superb judge of character, Hans, which is why I'm friends with you. And I think we can trust Louise. And I'm also very hungry. And the fish looks delicious.
You're the most beautiful fish woman I've ever seen.
How many fish women have you ever seen?
None.
Well, thank you.
Can I have some fish?
Absolutely.
Yeah, as soon as Ragyog said hungry, Mo also, her belly woke up as well and started rumbling, and her wariness of this new person is waning very quickly as you can see the massive, amounts of fish in her hands. And, sometimes community is just about feeding people. So she's sort of getting a little bit more on board as she's sort of getting the vibes off Louise. Oh, yeah. I mean, you usually catch this much fish, or are you new to that as well, or?
Well, my plan was to take all these fish, and I saw down the road there are a lot of poor people. We do not have this under the sea, so I thought these people need food, and I thought I will get all these fish, and you look hungry. Everyone around here looks hungry. So,
Sorry, did you say bald people?
Poor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's my bad. I thought you said bald people. Oh gosh, my ears block up a bit when I get nervous around new people, and a profuse
That is
blush.
okay. That's fine. We all make mistakes. It's
Yes,
okay.
no.
Don't worry about it. What are all of your names?
My name is Ragyog. I am a cleric of the Morning Lord.
Ragyog. A beautiful name. I should commit that to memory. You will excuse me. I do not know this language as my first, so I will do my best.
You're already doing better than another friend of ours who was from your area.
Oh, who?
His name was Curly, like the horse.
Curly. You know the Curly.
Yeah, we do. Do you
We
know
sent.
him?
We did.
He was a diplomat from our country.
What?
He was very diplomatic, but unfortunately we have
It
to
was.
have some sad news that he is no longer with us. Well, yeah, he's no longer all whole and with us.
As Mo hides some of the crab jerky behind her back.
Yeah, Hans starts throwing the jerky into the lake.
Should I do a
Such a
sleight of
good-
hand to throw all the rest of the jerky away?
Yes, please.
We've got to roll
Such
one
a-
dice this episode.
Such a good.
It's
such
an
a good
8.
crab.
Louise, can you give me a perception, please?
Yes.
He was a friend to us all. He provided many good times, laughs. Yeah,
much
as I'm just like
education.
throwing it over my
17.
shoulder, like you throw like salt, to ward off evil spirits. I'm just flicking bits of crab. Some are jerky, some are still a little wet, still not quite dry. They all smell bad.
Unmistakably crab meat being thrown over your shoulder.
Yeah, mate, freak, can you just give
Louise,
us a
you
hand?
see
Can you just
that?
give us a hand? Just take some of this and just chuck it over there for just a little
Yeah,
bit.
all right. And he takes it and starts chewing on it.
No,
Myrtle.
mate, not in the mouth, not in the mouth. Give it to me.
absolutely delicious.
Not in your mouth, mate. Just actually, no, eat more then. Just shut up. I just sort of clamp a hand over his mouth and just move him to the side.
They're used to being force fed.
Help your cool Auntie Irina dispose of her dead friend. But don't say anything. Quick.
Louise is shocked, at a loss for words. Oh, so you knew him and you kept him in this little box?
No, we just came across another. There was a salesman who was selling crab jerky.
Yeah.
It was
Salesman.
Yeah,
Salesman.
it was a very old lady. She was not very nice.
Nah,
we
she
had to
was-
kill her.
we-
She
yeah, we
was the
did.
one that killed
Fred,
Curly.
how dare you
Deception.
dishonor the memory of our crab man friend?
Yeah.
And I-
Also,
I
if you're
shake
a
my head
fish
at
and
Hans.
you're eating fish, is that not kind of cannibalism?
Sounds a bit weird, doesn't
Is that
it?
weird?
No,
I
the
got a
fish.
17.
Other fish eat other fish. It is the way of life. It is.
Oh, so you're cool with us eating crab then?
Oh, I am led to understand that Curly was a strong believer in feeding the poor. So I would imagine that he would very much like. So I am very disappointed to learn that you did not eat him.
Something tells me that he was into feeding the poor and the rich. Hans, what did you get for your deception check?
I got a 17.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Louise, do you want to give us an insight?
It is what happened, right? The Night Hags totally killed Curly. We just
Oh,
ate him.
6. She believes. She's.
Yeah, she's
I'm
into
just
it,
saying
yeah.
that this jerky isn't him, though. So now,
right.
now
No,
I've
you-
just made it.
Did you say that? You just said you bought it from a vendor down the road. You didn't say who it was or who it may not have been or allegedly who it was. You know, it's defensible. is all I'm
No,
saying.
it could be any crap.
Is this the sword whispering? And
Hey, bud, you got this. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not the sword
Thank you,
whispering.
Sonny.
It's just thoughts that enter your head.
Oh.
Hans. Just the suggestion of these thoughts sort of start in your head, and you follow that path along. You all sit around and cook the fish and get to know each other and eat a hearty meal.
I'm
and-
Mo, and this is delicious. It's very nice to meet you. I am a human rogue assassin. I'm Mo. Hello.
oh, that is interesting. The way you put your profession after. Do you define yourself by your profession or?
I define myself by who I am, and that is Mo. I've done not a lot of backstory work, so just take it at face value as you would any other way.
But look at her cool cat
But I
ears.
do have a nice
Super
hat.
cool. Super cool.
It's always
Super
been.
cool.
It's always been. It's always been a placeholder for personality, hasn't it?
A cool hat, you don't need a personality. Especially
That's
not
right.
where I'm from. Where am I from?
That-
Dunno. Look at my hat.
Ragyog pulls off the crappy little cloth skull cap that he wears and just like crumples a bit in defeat, painting on himself a bit, and puts on the really shit hat.
They're going to get me better.
That is so interesting, Ragnar, what you just said just now. It's like you've already sudden grown a personality.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as you get to know each other, you sit around the campfire and you rest for the night, and it's peaceful. You eat and you get to know each other and you laugh and it's one of the first peaceful nights you've had in a long time, except for when you were around the fire at Madame Eva's tent. And it's a relief after the loss of your close friends. And as you settle off to sleep, taking turns to watch through the night, Hans, you go to sleep and you curl up in the fetal position holding the hilt. And as you drift off to sleep, your hand relaxes on the hilt, and small boyish hand reaches in and grasps it and pulls it from you. And Freak stands over you holding the blade, and he lifts it up, and as he does, his eyes go totally black, and the flame blade leaps out of the hilt, illuminating the camp. And that is where we're going to end this episode of Dice Paper Roll, Curse of Strahd.
That couldn't be bad. No, it's fine. Totally fine.
It's going to be fine. That's not a problem.
Peaceful night, my ass.